In this psychological lecture, we're going to be talking about ego and why it's bad to have in day trading. Before we jump into why it's bad and how to fix it, you guys need to realize the easiest way to really remove an ego is to realize how much of a small fry you are in comparison to how much money people truly have. A lot of you guys look up to me, right? Salman makes a lot of money. Salman has whatever. He has these things and he makes a lot of money for his age. Do you guys understand how much of a small fry I am? I don't think you truly grasp how much and how little I am in the vast majority of the rest of society. There are human beings that can pay $20 million to dock their yacht annually. A year, they can light $20 million for maintenance and to park their yacht somewhere. There are human beings that can spend $100 million on a jet that they use maybe once a month, twice a month. There are human beings out there that move billions of dollars daily. They've made $1 million 1,000 times, and they can just move that money to this place and that place. So yeah, I want to move it here. I make 6 figures a month. I make over 100 grand a month. And I think I'm such a fucking small fry. So if I think I'm a small fry, how are you sitting there making $1,000 a month with an inflated ego? But Salman, I've made the varsity basketball team. Bro, you put a fucking ball in a hoop. But Salman, I have a girlfriend. She's a 6 out of 10 G. You need to reflect on truly what you've done in comparison to the vast majority of humanity. What have they done in comparison of what you've done? Are you valid to have an ego? It'll fascinate me. After this video, I want to challenge you guys to go do this. Go open a TikTok and go open a TikTok video of someone breaking down why they took a trade. 10 people. Oh, but I would have put my stop loss here and I would have put my take profit here. Oh, actually, this is invalid because of this. You click on their profile. What does it say in their bio? 6-figure funded trader. Like they've accomplished something. You spent $50 on Top Step accounts and you think you're a crazy human being. Like, I don't understand. What have you accomplished to validate your ego? Especially in day trading, your ego is literally the root cause of why you cannot progress in day trading. I want you all to understand your ego tells you you cannot be wrong, which then causes you to overtrade, over leverage. Your ego always reaffirms to yourself, I'm right. So if you always tell yourself you're right, how do you expect to be able to lose? It doesn't make any sense. You need to have an ego within certain aspects of your life. You need to have an ego within telling yourself you're going to make it. Telling yourself you're never going to give up. Being stubborn in that sense. Yes, you do need to have an ego. You can also classify that as just confidence. You cannot have an ego when it comes to taking a losing trade. If you sit there with a highly inflated ego after you take a losing trade, how the fuck do you expect to step away? How do you expect to take a loss? You need to really think. And you need to really think. And the easiest way to humble yourself is to sit there and say, what am I in the comparison of the vast majority of successful entrepreneurs? I want to put this in perception for you guys, so you guys all understand. If I make over 100 grand a month, and I don't even have an ego, and I think I'm a fucking peon in the vast majority of other successful entrepreneurs, how are you sitting there making 2 grand a month thinking you've done something? And I'm not trying to knock off you doing whatever you're doing with whatever sense of minor accomplishments you have. What I'm trying to do is for you to really understand you haven't done shit. You are not valid to have an ego. Bro, there are people with so much money in this world, it should piss you off. And it should make you humble yourself. And I'll tell you guys, the easiest way, look, you want to humble yourself? Number one, obviously look at the grand scheme of society and how much money some people truly have. The second thing is also to understand, bro, you need to build a relationship with God. I had some dork in my comment section on one of my clipping accounts say, what does God have to do with day trading? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, damn, you think you are such a accomplished human being where you can win and you think you can win without God. Day trading has a 99% failure rate. and you think you can win without God, the one person that has control over everything in the universe, you think you don't need. And I'll tell you guys all the time, hey guys, practice a relationship with God. Practice a relationship with God. And you'll sit there and say, yeah, he's right, but I don't really feel like it. Then fail. And you will continue to fail because your ego keeps getting in the way of actual progression within your own life. The amount of people with an inflated ego is actually insane, bro. 6-figure funded trader in the bio. Literally, please go after this lecture is done. Go on TikTok and scroll until you can find a trade breakdown. After that, go look at the comment section. Look how many people try to correct the trader that took the trade and posted it. And then click on their profile. 6-figure funded day trader. Fucking shit munching morons. You bought 3 Top Step accounts for $150, calling yourself a 6-figure funded trader. Bro, you're such a cornball. Stop. You have not accomplished anything. It's okay. You have not accomplished anything. What's not okay is the fact that your ego keeps getting in the way of you progressing in day trading. How can you expect to progress within day trading if you make the same repetitive mistakes over and over again because your ego always tells yourself that you're right? You can't walk away after a loss. Why do you think that? It's because your ego. You think you're the fucking man. If you're truly the man, you should have accomplishments backing that thought process. I have an ego. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it. I naturally have an ego, but I'm valid to have that ego. I've gone hundreds of people towards profitability. Literally 2 of my students today ripped $10,000 payouts. And then 5 other ones ripped like $2,000 payouts. I'm not shouting shit. Go open my TikTok at Ghost Macro. Open the TikTok story. I posted proof of everything. Or my Instagram. And I don't even think I'm shit. So how could you, with not literally accomplished anything in this world, sit there and say, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing, and I have this, and I have that. You've done nothing. You need to humble yourself as soon as possible. The faster you humble yourself, the faster you realize how inconsequential you are in this world, the faster you start seeing progression. You realize how many people have more money than you in this world. Don't cope. When you have an ego, you cope. That's also the biggest thing I want you guys to take out of this video is when you have an inflated ego, you cope. Because when shit goes wrong, the natural response you have, instead of taking accountability, is sitting there and telling yourself, oh, well, it was this thing. That's why I lost. That's why I failed. Oh, it was the market condition. Oh, it was price action. Oh, it was my risk management. Oh, it was my strategy. Oh, and then you blow the account. Instead of sitting there and saying, I took a loss because I fucked up. It was my fault. Your ego won't allow you to say that. And that's why it's very difficult for you to see progression. That's why you're incapable of seeing progression. Your ego does not allow you to see progression. You cannot fix your problems. How do you expect to fix a problem you don't even know you have? Because your ego sits there and tells you and reaffirms to yourself all day long and saying, oh no, you're right. You're right, bro. You're right. You didn't make a problem up. It was the market conditions. It was your strategy. There will be like, it honestly baffles my mind. How could you have $1,000 in your bank account and think you're the fucking man? Oh, but I made the varsity basketball team and I have a girlfriend. You put a ball in a hoop and you have a 6 out of 10 girlfriend. And you think you've accomplished something. Like how can I, with all of my accomplishments, all the things I've done, all the people that I've become profitable day traders simply because of the words that came out of my mouth, how can I know I need to fucking humble myself, but you're sitting there with no accomplishments saying, oh, I'm fine. I know what I'm doing. I'm doing A-okay. You're going to fail, G. If you cannot analyze what your faults are, how do you expect to progress? How do you expect to have progression within your own life if you cannot sit there and ask yourself, what have I done? And am I doing good right now? If you're doing good, click off this video. It's not for you. You're doing good. Keep fucking doing it. That's it. If you're not doing good, how could you have an ego? You've done fucking nothing. You have no accomplishments. And that is the root cause of why you can't figure out what your problems are. It's the market conditions, Salman. It's the market. You're going to fail. You will fail. You should probably quit day trading. And you should probably just be a bum. It's either humble yourself now or these problems are going to just continue to just come around. Right? You're not going to be able to fix these problems. Anyways, I simply made this video just to shit on you so you don't have an ego. And you just fix your ego. That's literally the whole intention of this video. Is literally just to shit on you so you understand that you're inconsequential. The same way I'm inconsequential, even though I make literally 100 times the amount of money you make, I'm still a peon. Because there's people that move billions of dollars a day. There's people with business Boeing jets. There's people that pay $10 million a year to dock their yachts. And I don't even make $10 million a year. So I'm even a peon, you're a peon, fix your fucking ego, or else you're not going to progress. If you made it to the end of this one, comment, I don't have an ego anymore. Comment, I fixed my ego. At Salman Nasiri, I fixed my ego. I'll see you guys in the next lecture. Stop being a fucking moron. You've done nothing. You made the varsity basketball team. You're a shit muncher. You've done fucking nothing. You have $1,000 in your bank account. Dickhead.